We failed. Times when we didn't meet our own expectations, or when life threw curveballs that we didn't know how to handle. It's easy to get stuck in those moments, to think that because something went wrong in the past, it will inevitably go wrong again. But that's where we make the mistake. We attach ourselves to our past and allow it to hold us back from pursuing something greater. We let our failures define us. But your past is just that, the past. Consider this. Every single successful person has faced failure. Every person who's ever made an impact in this world has made mistakes along the way. The difference between those who move forward and those who stay stuck is simple. They don't let their past hold them down. They take the lessons from those experiences and use them as stepping stones towards something better. They understand that failure isn't permanent. It's not a reflection of who you are. It's just a part of the process. You see, your future isn't written in the pages of your past. The future is waiting for you to step into it. But in order to do that, you need to let go of what's already been. That's not to say you forget your past. It's a part of who you are, and it has shaped you into the person you are today. But it doesn't have to define who you're going to be tomorrow. You don't have to keep reliving those moments of failure or regret. Every new day is an opportunity to start fresh, to make new choices, and to build the life you truly desire. When you stop letting the past control your actions and thoughts, you open yourself up to growth. The future becomes a blank canvas, and you get to paint it however you choose. The past can no longer limit your potential unless you allow it to. And the longer you hold on to past mistakes, the longer you keep yourself stuck in a cycle of regret. The longer you wait for someone or something to change, the longer your future remains out of reach. It's about choosing to release yourself from the grip of what has already happened. It's about saying, yes, I made mistakes, but I am not my mistakes. It's about understanding that your future is built on your present decisions. If you keep looking back, you'll miss what's right in front of you. The future is full of endless possibilities, but you can't reach them if your hands are still gripping onto the past. The greatest thing you can do for yourself is to make the conscious decision to move forward. Don't let your past failures stop you from taking the next step toward your goals. Your future is waiting, and it has so much more to offer you than your past ever could. Take that first step. Let go of the weight that's been holding you back. You are not bound by what has already been. You are free to create something new, something even more amazing than you could ever imagine. So focus on the future. Focus on what's ahead, because your best days are still ahead of you, and they start the moment you choose to leave the past behind. Embracing change and growth as part of your journey is essential if you want to truly move forward. It's easy to get comfortable in what we know, even if it's not always what's best for us. The unknown can be intimidating, and the thought of change often brings with it a sense of uncertainty and fear. But change is a natural part of life, and without it, there's no real progress. The truth is, you cannot move toward your future if you are not willing to evolve, to shed old habits, old fears, and old ways of thinking that no longer serve you. Growth, like change, requires discomfort. It's in those moments of discomfort where we learn the most about ourselves. Every time you push through that discomfort, you become stronger, more resilient, and better equipped to handle the challenges life throws at you. It's like planting a seed. You can't expect it to grow into a tree if you keep it in the same place, in the same soil, without giving it room to stretch its roots and reach toward the sky. Growth requires that you step outside of your comfort zone and take risks, even when you're unsure of the outcome. The world around you is constantly changing. The people you know are changing. Technology, society, and even the way we think about life are all evolving. So why should you be any different? To stay stagnant is to resist the natural flow of life. Yes, it's tempting to hold on to what we've always known, to stick with what feels familiar and safe, but the truth is, the comfort zone is a prison if you allow yourself to stay there for too long. When you embrace change, you give yourself the freedom to evolve, to expand, and to discover what you're truly capable of. Sometimes, change comes in the form of unexpected challenges, loss, failure, or hardship. But in those moments, growth is not just possible, it's inevitable if you choose to see it that way. Each challenge you face is a lesson in disguise. It's a stepping stone that can help you become the person you were always meant to be. What feels like a setback today could be the very thing that propels you forward tomorrow. Growth doesn't happen in a straight line. It's a winding road full of twists and turns, and sometimes you have to stumble before you can rise. What's important is that you don't shy away from the discomfort of growth. Don't run from the challenges that life brings. Welcome them. Understand that growth isn't about perfection, it's about progress. Every step forward, no matter how small, is a victory. Every failure is a lesson that you can carry with you into the next chapter of your life. When you start to see change and growth as necessary parts of your journey, you begin to realize that they're not things to be feared. They are the building blocks of your future. Embracing change means being open to new experiences, new opportunities, and new perspectives. It means allowing yourself to let go of outdated beliefs and habits that hold you back. It means being willing to learn and unlearn, to adapt to the world around you, and to be flexible enough to roll with the punches. Change can be challenging, but it's also exciting. It's the key to unlocking your full potential. You don't have to have everything figured out right now. You don't need to know exactly where the road is going to take you, but what you do need is the courage to take the first step and trust that each step after that will lead you exactly where you need to go. Embracing change and growth means putting faith in the process and understanding that your future is being shaped by the choices you make today. So let go of the fear of change, embrace it, allow yourself to grow. The future you desire is waiting for you, but it can only come to life if you're willing to evolve. Growth isn't always easy, but it's always worth it. When you focus on your future and see change as a necessary part of that journey, you find that the possibilities before you are limitless. Your potential is waiting for you to step into it, and the only way to do that is to embrace growth. No matter how challenging it may seem, the power to heal and move forward is in your hands. And this is something we often forget. It's easy to feel like healing is something that happens to us, something that is out of our control, or that it requires someone or something external to help us get through the pain of the past. But the truth is, healing starts with you. It starts with the decision to stop allowing your past wounds to dictate your present and future. It begins when you recognize that while you can't change what happened, you can change how you respond to it. Healing is not about forgetting what hurt you or erasing the pain you've experienced. It's about learning to live with it in a way that no longer controls you. It's about acknowledging your wounds, understanding the lessons they've brought you, and then choosing to move forward in a way that is healthier and stronger. Too often, we let our pain become our identity. We let it define us, control us, and keep us in a place of stagnation. But the moment you realize that healing is in your hands, you take back the power that was always meant to be yours. The first step in healing is acceptance. It's accepting that life sometimes brings us things we don't expect or deserve. And those things can leave deep marks on our hearts and minds. It's accepting that you've been hurt, that you've faced challenges, and that those experiences have shaped you in ways you might not fully understand yet. But the key to moving forward is understanding that those experiences are just chapters in your story. not the whole book. When you stop resisting the pain, when you stop fighting against the reality of what happened, you create the space for healing to begin. It's not about brushing aside your emotions or pretending the hurt doesn't exist. It's about giving yourself permission to feel, to process, and to then let go. Healing also requires forgiveness, both for others and for yourself. It's easy to hold on to anger and resentment, thinking that it's protecting us, but in reality, it only keeps us trapped in the past. When you forgive, you free yourself. Forgiveness doesn't mean that what happened was okay or that you should forget the hurt, but it means that you're choosing to release its grip on your life. Forgiveness is an act of strength, not weakness. It's a conscious choice to no longer let someone else's actions dictate your happiness or your peace. Equally important is forgiving yourself. We can be our harshest critics, especially when we feel like we've made mistakes or caused harm to ourselves or others. But self-forgiveness is one of the most powerful steps you can take toward healing. It's acknowledging that you are human, that you are fallible, and that you deserve the same compassion and grace you give to others. The moment you forgive yourself is the moment you break free from the chains of guilt and regret. It's the moment you choose to move forward instead of staying stuck in what could have been. Healing also requires self-compassion. It's important to recognize that healing is a journey, not a destination. It doesn't happen overnight, and it doesn't happen in a linear fashion. There will be good days and there will be setbacks, but each step you take toward healing is a victory. Be patient with yourself. Treat yourself with the same care and love that you would offer to a friend who's hurting. It's in those moments of compassion that true healing begins to take place. The power to heal is in your hands because you have the ability to choose how you move forward. You can choose to remain stuck in the past, letting your wounds define you, or you can choose to heal and take the lessons of your experiences with you into the future. Healing is about reclaiming your power and using it to create a future that's not defined by what's been, but by what you're becoming. It's about moving beyond the pain, letting go of what no longer serves you, and stepping into the future with a renewed sense of strength, resilience, and hope. So remember this, the healing process starts with you. It begins the moment you decide that your future is more important than the hurt of the past. The strength to heal is already inside you, waiting for you to tap into it. And once you do, you'll find that the power to move forward is not just within your reach. It's already within you. Focusing on the opportunities ahead, not the mistakes behind, is one of the most transformative choices you can make. It's easy to get stuck in the cycle of regret, thinking about everything that went wrong, or wishing you had made different decisions in the past. We all have moments when we beat ourselves up over things we could have done differently, but the reality is that the past is gone. It's behind us, and no amount of wishing or regret will change it. The only thing you have control over is right now, and how you choose to move forward. Too often we dwell on past mistakes as if they define who we are. But mistakes are not a reflection of our worth. They're just experiences that teach us something valuable. When we focus too much on what went wrong in the past, we prevent ourselves from seeing the countless opportunities that lie ahead. We allow ourselves to be blinded by regret, unable to see the possibilities in front of us because we're still staring at the rearview mirror. The truth is, every mistake, every failure, and every setback carries within it the seed of opportunity. It's through those moments that we learn, grow, and develop the resilience that shapes our future. Instead of allowing past mistakes to weigh you down, use them as stepping stones. Think of them as the lessons you needed in order to be stronger, wiser, and more equipped for what's ahead. Every time you fall, you get back up with more strength than before, and that strength is what will carry you into the future. Focusing on the opportunities ahead also means understanding that life is filled with chances to start anew. No matter where you are right now, you have the power to change your course. Your future is not set in stone, and every day brings with it new possibilities. The key is to stop letting the weight of your past decisions limit your vision for the future. The opportunities waiting for you are vast and varied, waiting for you to grab them with both hands, but only if you're willing to look forward, not backward. When you focus on what's ahead, you begin to shift your mindset. You stop seeing yourself as a victim of past events and start seeing yourself as someone who is capable of creating the future they want. It's about being intentional with your thoughts, your energy, and your actions. When you're focused on the future, your mind begins to think in terms of solutions, growth, and progress. You begin to see opportunities where you once saw obstacles. And that shift in perspective makes all the difference. The more you focus on the future, the more you become attuned to the potential for change that exists in every moment. The opportunities ahead also mean that you're not bound by the limitations of the past. If you've made mistakes, failed, or faced rejection, those things don't define your future unless you allow them to. You are not your failures. You are not your past choices. What matters is what you do next. What steps will you take today that will lead you to a better tomorrow? The future is where you have the chance to rewrite your story, to take what you've learned and apply it in new and powerful ways. It's important to understand that the future is full of endless possibilities. Sometimes it can feel daunting to think about all the things that lie ahead, especially if you've experienced setbacks or difficult times. But those same setbacks have prepared you for what's to come. The challenges you faced have given you the tools you need to succeed moving forward. The key is to stop living in fear of what's ahead and to start embracing the unknown with excitement and hope. When you focus on the opportunities ahead, you give yourself permission to dream again. You allow yourself to envision a future that is brighter, bigger, and better than your past. And the most beautiful part is that those opportunities are available to you right now. They might not look exactly how you expected, but they're there, waiting for you to notice them. And once you shift your focus, you'll start to see the doors opening in front of you, doors you never even noticed before. The future is not determined by your past mistakes, it's determined by what you choose to do now. And the best part is you have the power to choose. Every day is an opportunity to move closer to the life you want, to create the future you've always dreamed of. So stop looking backwards. Stop letting your past mistakes hold you back. The future is calling, and it's filled with endless opportunities. All you have to do is look forward, take a step, and keep moving toward the possibilities that await you. Every setback is a lesson that propels you toward your future. This is a truth that often gets lost in the midst of our struggles. It's easy to see setbacks as failures, as moments where we've fallen short or where things didn't go according to plan. We beat ourselves up thinking that our setbacks mean we're not good enough or that we're somehow incapable of achieving our goals. But the reality is, setbacks are not the end of the road. They are part of the journey. They are not signs of defeat, but lessons in disguise, preparing you for greater success and growth ahead. When something doesn't go the way you hoped, it can feel like a personal failure. You might feel discouraged, disheartened, or even defeated, but the truth is, those setbacks are often the most powerful tools for growth. Think about it. When everything is going well, we don't often learn as much. Success can sometimes breed complacency, but failure teaches us lessons that success never could. Every time you face a setback, you're given the opportunity to reflect, to learn, and to improve. You're shown areas where you can grow stronger, smarter, and more resilient. And those lessons are exactly what you need to keep moving forward. Setbacks are not there to break you. They are there to teach you how to handle challenges, to build your resilience, and to prepare you for what's ahead. Life is not a straight path. It's filled with twists and turns, and sometimes we have to stumble before we can rise. The important thing is how you respond to those setbacks. Do you see them as temporary detours, giving you the chance to grow in ways you never expected? Each setback provides you with valuable insight into who you are and what you're capable of. When things don't go according to plan, you are given a chance to reassess your goals, your approach, and your mindset. You're forced to dig deeper, to push harder, and to become more resourceful. It's in these moments of challenge that your true strength is revealed. You discover what you're made of, not when things are easy, but when things are tough. You learn to trust yourself more, to believe in your ability to adapt and overcome, and to develop the skills needed to move past obstacles. There's an important distinction to be made between setbacks and failures. A failure is when you give up and decide that you can't keep going. A setback, on the other hand, is just a momentary pause, a brief moment of reflection before you get back up and try again. The key is to understand that setbacks are not the end. They are just a part of the process that leads you to success. Without them, you wouldn't be able to experience the level of growth and transformation that they bring. When you view setbacks as lessons, you begin to see them differently. You stop allowing them to discourage you or to derail your progress. Instead, you start to use them as fuel to move forward. Each time you face a challenge, you gain new tools, new perspectives, and new strength to carry with you into the next phase of your journey. These lessons make you more equipped to handle whatever comes your way, and they remind you that you are capable of overcoming anything. It's also important to recognize that setbacks can help refine your vision for the future. Sometimes we set out with one goal in mind, only to find that the path we're on leads us in a different direction. These unexpected twists and turns can be frustrating, but they often open up new opportunities that we may not have considered before. What seemed like a failure may just be the redirection you needed to get closer to your true purpose. Setbacks help you clarify what you really want, and they guide you toward a future that's even more aligned with who you are and what you're meant to do. So the next time you face a setback, remember this. It's not a sign of defeat. It's a lesson in disguise. A stepping stone that is preparing you for something greater. Every setback brings you closer to the person you're meant to become and the future you're meant to create. Embrace it. Learn from it. Let it propel you forward. Because every setback is a part of the journey that will ultimately lead you to the success you deserve. The most powerful tool you can use to shape your future is your mindset. The way you think directly influences the way you act, the decisions you make, and ultimately the life you create. A positive forward-thinking mindset is not just about seeing the bright side of things. It's about understanding that your thoughts have the power to transform your reality. Your mind is a powerful force, and when you learn to control it, you can begin to shape your future in ways you never thought possible. One of the most important aspects of mindset is the belief that your future is not predetermined. It's easy to get stuck in a mindset of limitation, thinking that where you are right now is all you will ever be. But that's a false belief. Your future is not defined by your current circumstances, your past mistakes, or anyone else's expectations of you. You have the power to create a future that aligns with your dreams, your values, and your purpose. But this requires shifting your mindset from one of limitation to one of possibility. You have to believe that your future is in your hands and that you are capable of achieving whatever you set your mind to. This shift in mindset isn't always easy. It requires overcoming the self-doubt, fear, and limiting beliefs that have been ingrained in you over time. It requires breaking free from the stories you've told yourself about what you can and cannot do. But the moment you start to challenge those beliefs, you open yourself up to a world of possibilities. You begin to see that every challenge is an opportunity, every setback is a lesson, and every decision you make has the power to move you closer to the future you desire. A mindset focused on the future allows you to stay motivated even when things get tough. It helps you stay resilient in the face of obstacles, and it gives you the strength to keep going even when you feel like giving up. When your mind is fixed on the possibilities ahead, you begin to see each step forward as progress, no matter how small. You start to understand that the journey isn't about perfection, but about consistent effort toward the future you want to create. This mindset helps you remain hopeful even in the most difficult times, because you know that each day brings you one step closer to your goals. Moreover, a future facile mindset encourages you to take action. It's easy to get stuck in a cycle of overthinking and hesitation, but the only way to create the future you desire is to take action. The key is not to wait for the perfect moment, but to begin now, even if it's just a small step. Every action you take, no matter how minor it seems, moves you closer to the person you want to become. By focusing on the future and trusting in your ability to shape it, you stop waiting for change to happen and start creating it yourself. You begin to see that every effort, no matter how small, is a vital part of the bigger picture. Your mindset also influences how you respond to failure and setbacks. When you have a future-focused mindset, you see failure as a stepping stone, not a permanent obstacle.